Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just a quick video for you today. We're doing a little work on this RV, a friend of ours' RV. And on a lot of these RVs, they're not even that old, but the trim on here, you'll see the black trim hanging from spots. I seen one of these on one of the Facebook forums, somebody asking about what to do about this trim. I'll show you what we're talking about here in a minute. It's pretty easy to replace yourself, and you can go out and get the heavy duty insert trim. This is what it's called on Amazon. We'll leave a link to it down below so you guys could go find this stuff. It's a little bit thicker than what comes from the factory, so it holds up a lot better. We had to do ours only a year in. The factory trim just already peeled out. I've probably done, I don't know, in this resort alone, since we've been here a minute, I've probably done at least 8 of the rigs in here with this trim. So now we're on to number 9 probably. Let me show you what we're talking about down here. You guys can see right here, this trim that goes all up, like this one here is a travel trailer, but it goes all up and down the whole thing. And then you got the one that cuts all along the front, all the way to the back. You can see even here the trim that goes to the above the awning, that also needs to be replaced. So we're doing all that today. We're replacing all this trim, all those trims above the slides, all the front trim. Each one of these comes with 100 feet, but for this rig, since we're doing all of them, we need 2 packages. And this is for the 1 inch. It's standard 1 inch molding. That's what most of these RVs are. I know some of the higher end RVs, which I can't get you, well, maybe that one over there, some of the trim is color matched to the rig. That's going to be harder to do if you're trying to do that, but black usually goes in there fine. Say that if you got that gold color and then the trim is that gold color, if you put the black in there, the black will look just fine, because I don't think you'll find color matched trim unless you have it painted or something. But pretty easy to do. Usually at the end there might be a screw or something holding this trim on, which this probably was. You can see where the screw was, but it ripped out because it shrunk and cracked. So you just take that end screw out, and you can see there's still a piece of it in there. Well, you take the end screw out, and then we can start the trim. Then we put the screw back in to anchor the trim, and then after we're done putting the trim, when we come up here and seal the end with some silicone or lap sealant or something like that. But that's what we're going to do today. And like I said, these come out really easy. See, I already pulled it all the way out, all the way to the bottom already. That's how easy they come out. Putting them in is a little more difficult. I'll show you that when we get to it. Let me get the rest of this trim out of this one. Then we'll start this one together so I can show you how it goes. And then we can get this out. These come with the square head, the Anderson type square heads. You guys can see that. So keep that in mind when you're trying to pull those out. I mean, a Phillips will work in some instances, but if you have the square one, you're going to like that a lot better. So let me go get that. All right, I know there ain't much light here. We're in the shade, thankfully. But right here, in some of these screws, you might have a little silicone in them. Just clean them out. Just enough to get your tool in there. And usually on each end of this trim, there's going to be a screw. There'll be one at this end, and then one at the other end, anchoring it down there. And some of them might have a cap. There we go. Now we can peel out the rest of this trim. You can see the little pieces. So we got that end cleaned out. Now let's go down the other end. I'll show you the piece down there. All right, here you go. You can see this one here has the cap on it. Some do, some don't. Some are metal, some are plastic. This one is plastic. So we just have to do the same thing. We're going to pull the cap off. That releases the trim. And then you can just peel this off because it's going to be a little bit of silicone. You can see the water it holds in the bottom of it. So it's important to keep the water off the back of these screws. I've taken some of these off and the screws were partially backed out, so water could seep into those. Sometimes I do put stainless steel screws into the end. You can see this one's a little rusty, and this is a 2021, I think. So it ain't that old, but it's rusty already. But they do have black stainless you could put on here. So we just finished pulling this off. Then we'll clean the rest of the silicone out of here, and then we can start our new trim up top. Then we can anchor that down and feed it down. I'll show you how we're going to do that. It's pretty easy to get it started. There's one, you're going to look at the trim and say which way goes in where. I'm going to show you which way that is. And then it helps a little bit if your fingers are wet. So if you got water in the gutters of your RV, or you have a little bit of water with you, it's going to help you slide your fingers across the trim, at least the way I do it. So let me get up on the roof and I'll show you how to start this trim, and then we'll get it going. All right, guys, got you guys set up here on the Gorilla Pod. You should be able to see this right here. Take a couple of these leaves out of here. All right, now when you get this trim in this package, it's 100-foot continuous, so it's gonna look double stacked in here. I'm not even sure how much of this you can see. I guess you can see that. It's double. It looks like it's double stacked, but it is only one continuous. So you're gonna want to pull from the center like this, so it's gonna feed easier for you. So just pull your trim from the center, and you could set this package over to the side and just pull out what you're gonna, pull out some to get you started. Pardon me. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I didn't hook the mics up. I did this on impromptu. But right here is the trim. You're gonna see how it curves up a little bit on each side. You're gonna wanna put it in with those curves facing up. So it's gonna make a bow like this. Can you guys see that? It's gonna make a bow like that, and these little curved up legs are gonna go into the sides of the trim. I'll show you. Into the side like that. And then you just walk it down. And I'll show you a little trick I use after I get this anchored. You can see we just puts it right up to there, and then you see the hole. You can see the hole. Let me pull it back. See the hole where it was? Sometimes it's easy to make a little mark right there on the trim. At least it is for me, so you know where the screw hole is when you're going to put it back in, and try to remember if it's centered or not. See, now we found the screw hole. We're just gonna seal this with silicone when we're done. But let me show you what I'm talking about as far as feeding this goes. I'm not sure how far down you guys can see. Get you guys a better shot here. Hopefully the sound's all right. I should just hook up the mics. All right, now when you're putting these in, like if your fingers are wet, use a little saliva, nasty, right? But you put it in, you're gonna try to feed your bottom in first, and then use your top finger to just slide. So it'll be like this. It's almost like a guide. And then it'll keep going down as you guide it. And it feeds it in. And then you'll have to untwist this as you go. I'll put this down on the ground, that way I got room to twist it out. But you can see it lays in there nicely. And then we're gonna do that for all of these, and then I'll show you, we'll anchor at the bottom, we'll silicone it to finish it off. Like that. You can see, you could go around like this, it seems like it takes forever, but if you get the trick of sliding your finger when it's wet, you'll be able to do it like you're just moving your hand at a good rate of speed. So let me put this down at the bottom. I'll feed this down to the bottom and then show you guys a little bit more at the bottom, how I cut it off and then cap it just like we took it off. Self-explanatory, but like I said, I did see the post and some people were asking, so I figured I'd show you. Again, sorry about the sound, guys. All right, here's a good spot where I can show you I'm off the ladder. If you just pick a side, I'm right-handed, so I put this over here, and I let my thumb guide that while I use my pointer, or my index finger to kind of push it in at the same time. So I can do it like this speed. You can see it. I mean, you can go pretty fast. Most areas are going to be that easy, like that, but there's some where like maybe the trim got pinched or something and you can't fit that in easy. You're going to have to pry the trim up with a flat blade, and then you can get that down in there. And then once you're to the bottom, like this, get you guys in view. We're down at the bottom. We're going to use just the razor blade or a pocket knife, cut that off, put our cap on, and then again, we could seal it right here. I mean, it's not as much of a worry on the bottom to sealing it because it's already at the bottom. It's just going to fall. Keep you guys centered. It's just going to fall out anyway, but this allows us to know where this is at. Remember what I said, you could mark where that hole is. Just take your screw and come across from it a little scrape. It'll always be there for you. It's aluminum, so oh man, get you guys in frame. It's aluminum, so that it's not going to rust. So now I know the screw hole's right there in the center, and I could just center that. Pull out my pocket knife, trim that off, and then just put the screw with the cap back on, and that side's done. And then I got to go around and do that for all these. The other side needs to be done there. Like I mentioned, above the slide, the whole length of this rig, and in the back there's some too. So there's almost 200 feet of stuff here that we got to do. But you've seen this one didn't take too long. Almost takes longer to take out the screws and clean up the silicone. So here we go. But we are still at it. This rig's got a lot of trim. We just got done doing that one. It goes along there. We got this one. It goes up along here. We did the one on the other side. This is how this looked. We didn't touch this at all. This is what they do. They split. they shrink a little and then they'll start falling out. We could just, and then you just pull it right out all the way up. See, it's all the way down. One little trick too is like when you're putting this in and you're putting it in the way I showed you with your finger, or anyway, they stretch a little bit. So once you get to the end, try to push some material back in. I'll try to show you on this one when I get to it, but you try to push a little material back into the groove. That way, if it does shrink a little, there is extra there and it won't pull so hard like these ones do. And then they pull out a lot of times. This one pulled out from the top, but because it gets more sun. But if you push a little bit extra in there, it does help. Let me get this one done, and then I'll show you here what I mean by pushing a little extra in. All right, we come to the end of this one. I want to show you what I mean by putting some back up in there. We did our finger trick I showed you earlier. You're just going to squeeze this a little. And you can watch. Some will go back up in. See how much goes back up in? You want to shove up as much as it'll take. That way when it shrinks, it'll have a little bit of room to move. We're going to put the cap on, cut that off. Go on to the next one. You can see I did that little mark. That little mark's going to let me know right where the hole's at. Otherwise, you're going to be like, how the heck did I get there? But with our little mark, we know it's dead center of that hole. Or if your hole underneath here is not center, put the line on the side that you know the hole's more favoring. That way you can find it easier. But we're going to continue on. We're about half done right now. This one's got a lot of trim. This is only a travel trailer. It has more trim than the big fifth wheels. So here we go. All right, there you go, guys. We're done with another one. We have over 170 feet of trim on this rig, and it's only a 38-foot travel trailer, but it's on the front, on the back, on the sides, over the slides. It's everywhere on this one. So we got this one done. It's really hot today, so that kind of sucked. But remember those little tips I showed you where you can shove a little bit back up in there to try to, in case it shrinks a little, you'll have that, and to mark a spot on the bracket so you know where to put the screw back in, because you'll get it all on there. You forget to mark it, then you got to pull that side up just to find the hole, which kind of sucks. But we got it all done. I hope that helps somebody out there who's trying to look to do this trim. It isn't too hard of a job. And then pay attention to which way you put the trim in. I have had somebody put it in backwards and then ask me about it. It goes in one way to make that bow and catch in the track. So with that being said, guys, I'll leave links to the trim and all the stuff I used on this job down below. They are probably Amazon affiliate links. They do help the channel, and we appreciate that. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, please take a moment, go down there and just click that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. I know a lot of you aren't subscribed yet. Our channel is a little bit of everything. That's our tagline. So we do a little bit of everything. RV stuff, boat stuff, truck stuff, reviews, all kinds of stuff. So keep that in mind when you're checking us out. Just hit the subscribe button, helps us out. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Try something new.